Hi everyone, I'm Chen Xi. Today I will introduce the key points of cultural negotiation in Singapore. Singapore is a multicultural country influenced by Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Western culture. Therefore, when negotiate with Singaporeans, we need to understand their core values, communicate style, and negotiation preference. This presentation will cover the following three parts: core values of Singapore culture, the Singapore negotiation style, and the two cross-cultural negotiation options. First, let's look at the core value of Singapore culture. Singapore is a highly developed society with strict government control and the following core cultural characteristics. First is respect authority, and the decisions are often made by the top. Collectivism emphasizes teamwork and the subordination of individual interests to group goals. Pragmatism oriented towards reliability and efficiency with emphasis on economic benefits. The spirit of the rule of law. Singapore's laws are strict, and business transactions rely heavily on contracts and regulations. High context communication, negotiation with text to avoid direct conflict. Now let's look at the Singaporeans' negotiation style. In the negotiation processes, Singaporeans' communication style and decision-making mode have the following characteristics. Formal but friendly. Business negotiations usually follow formal procedures, but personal relationships are also important. Respect authority. Key decisions are made by scenario leaders, and it's important to identify the decision makers during negotiations. Data-driven. Decisions by strong logics like to make decisions based on data and facts. Avoid direct conflict. Do not directly reject the negotiation processes, but express different opinions tactfully. Long-term cooperation orientation. Focus on sustainable relationship and avoid short-term profit-driven. These characteristics make the negotiation processes like to be length, requiring patience to build trust and ensure that all terms of agreement are clear and workable. Based on small culture and the big culture of Singapore, there are strategies for dealing with different cultural groups. When negotiation with governments and large companies, data, regulations, and formal contracts must be emphasized to demonstrate long-term benefits. When negotiating with local Chinese enterprises, you can first establish a relationship and emphasize the possibilities of long-term cooperation. When negotiating with local Chinese enterprises, you can first establish a relationship and emphasize the possibilities of long-term cooperation. When working with tech status, be flexible and accept innovations, detail deal structures. For different generations, the older generations prefers traditional methods like face-to-face communication, while young generations prefers to negotiate through digital tools. So, Negotiation Plan 1 applies to business partnership, market expansions, and other situations. During the different stage, use formal communications, provide detailed market analysis and legal compliances to increase credibility, avoid rushed decisions, and give the other part enough time for evaluate and internal discussions. In the exploration stage, emphasize the long-term benefits of the partnership over short-term gains. Help the other party to reduce operating cost and improve market competitiveness. Ensure that the conditions are transparent, responsibilities and obligations are clear, and trust is enhanced. In the exchange stage, develop comprehensive terms including rights, responsibilities, and dispute resolution mechanisms. Ensure all agreements comply with Singapore's law. Establish regular reporting and cooperation mechanisms to maintain cooperations. Negotiation Scenario 2 for high-risk negotiations such as brand acquisitions and investment partnerships. In different nation stage, prepare detailed investigations materials, including financial statements and operation analysis. Follow a formal negotiation processes. Reduce transaction risk through a reasonable business model. In exploration stage, propose a market growth plan that explains how both parties will increase their value after the merger. Design a clear management plan for smooth business integration. Provide post-merger financial planning to minimize future capital risk. In the exchange stage, develop detailed merger terms, including asset valuation and shareholders' rights. Ensure that the transaction complies with regulatory requirements, regulatory access post, merger business progresses, and adjust strategies to optimize operations. In order to successfully negotiate in Singapore cultural context, we need to keep the following points in mind. Respect hierarchy and formal communications, focus on decision-making authority and follow formal procedures, data-driven and logical thinking, support ideas with facts and figures to enhance credibility. Reduce risk and comply with law. Ensure contract details are clear and comply with Singapore's law. Build long-term relationships. Build sustainable business relationships based on trust and cooperation. Focus on transparency and trust. Communicate honestly and avoid exaggeration or misinformation. Be flexible but detail-oriented. Concessions can be made, but contract details must be precise. Respect multicultural backgrounds. Understand the Singaporeans' diverse culture and avoid sensitive topics. That's all for today. Thank you.